Hey, and what's up, everybody? This is None Defense, host of this YouTube channel, and of course, co-leader of the team, Still Unboomable. I am currently on the account Recruiter, in case you're wondering what's up with all my defenses, or lack thereof. I do have a defense. He's way back there on Recruiter. There he is. Keep it hid back there. Of course, our real-life leader is Ms. Boob Midchangey, as always. Excuse me. It is 4:47 a.m. I do have a bit of the burps, and I apologize. The other day, we were doing a video, and I was showing you all the bases that we beat. I did 2 videos, and now it's time for the third video in the installment, where we're going to look at Rogue. Okay? Rogue. In real life, I just kind of got busy and distracted and all that stuff and just wasn't able to get back to it. So I managed to get the 2 videos up in the same day. Then a day went by. Now we're on the 3rd. So yay, let's do it. Alright, so we're looking at Rogue. Rogue ended up being one of the 2 bases that we didn't beat. We ended up not touching Waterloo at all. You know, it just got away from us. If you're curious about what went wrong and what went right on the previous bases, be sure to check out the 2 prior videos. So let's go ahead and focus on Rogue. So now we're looking at Bartholomew, driven by myself. Alright, let's look everything over. No, pause. Did I pause it? Oh, pause! Gosh darn it. Okie dokie. Alright, so this is Rogue. I'll go ahead and skip to the end and just kind of tell you what in the end we want to do. What we really wanted to do was remove this rocket, pretty much clear everything from this mortar all the way around to this rocket. So we wanted all of this stuff gone, okay? So as we're going forward, if I can get you to watch this video, if we see a layout like this in future ops, just remember we really need like this. So everybody got all that? And we want to stand roughly here. That's where we're going to get our win, and then we're going to just shock the fuck out of this, and we want to do this 2 or 3 times. Now, because of mistakes and miscommunications and problems with teammates and such and this and that, and, you know, pick your reasons, we never got to that point. We got close. But that's what we were building up towards, and, you know, some shit went wrong. So let's figure out what went wrong. So this is Bartholomew's run. My goal was to get all 4 rockets. I know for a fact I only got 2. Let's watch everything and fast forward. Decent little smoking and grouping there. I mean, like, it looked good. You know, it looked good. Doing a little shocking there, just working on that. So there you go. Ended up getting 2 out of 4. 50% success rate, I guess. That's what you'd call that. So the next attack, oh, somebody's saying hello. Who's all popping in? Good job. Morning, Bart. We are doing deep cut today. It is listed as impossible. I don't know. Whatever. But we're gonna do it, and it's fine. You know, because we're loading us down. We're bringing everybody, all of our friends and family of the team, Still Unboomable. They will all be putting in appearances today. So that's fun on Fridays. That's our thing. So thank you guys who participate in coming and hanging out on Friday. Not hoppers. These are established members of the team, people who are already on the team on other accounts. Okay, so we've looked at Bartholomew. Now we're looking at Rogue. So we managed to get rid of the 2 rockets. Let's see what Mishu was able to do. Okay, same concept. Just dropping there. Notice when I dropped on the flare there, when I dropped on the beach here, I didn't use any flare. I just put my flags way up close to this power cell, and then I just dropped the 1 smoke, so that kind of saves me a little flare action. Alright, so we've shocked that. 1, 2. Okay, so now I'm dropping doing a little mine clearing there. A little mine sweeping. And again, and I know people who go back and good morning, good night, night, Bart. Let's everybody say good night to Bart. All right, so he's here. He'll be ready. He'll get his attacks in his Australian morning, because if it's 4:52 a.m. here, does that mean it's 4:52 p.m. in Australia? I don't know what time it is in Australia off the top of my head. Alright, hopefully I wasn't looking at porno last on this thing. We'll find out. Okay, good deal. No porno. We're working on looking up Felger and Maserati. That is a Boston sports radio show. They talk about Boston sports. Australian time. Oh gosh darn it. Let's see what time it is in Australia. Need to get my world clock. So it's 11:52 p.m. So good night, Bart. We need you to get some rest because you've got a busy day tomorrow of baristas making baristas. Is now, why do we call people who make coffee baristas anyway? Because they're not making baristas, they're making coffee. So why can't we just call them coffeers? Is that a real thing? All right. So we've started off with Bartholomew and then Mishu on Rogue. Now Bajurvang, he went in with grenades, which tactically speaking at this situation was not necessarily a bad idea. He's just got very low level grenades, so it certainly could have worked better if somebody had went in with some higher level grenades here. I really don't want to watch this, but in the end I'm just gonna, for the sake of teaching the show, we gotta at least glance at it. A minute into a grenade attack, we need to be like way more than this. So this is why we can't use low-level grenades. But you can't fault Bajurvang. The notes and the instructions called for grenades. He thought his grenades would do. Now we know that level 2 grenades just don't quite qualify. They don't quite cut it. So so the notes are useful and all, but you see what I'm saying? See, like once you finally got past all these power cells, all this stuff is still there. If you had went in with strong grenades, if somebody had some really strong grenades there, you'd have done way more damage. A lot more stuff would have been gone. All right, so now Mr. Don is rocking hookah. Thank you so much for that, Don. We're just working on setting all this up. Dropping a little GBE there just to kind of help open the beach. You figure that stuff's already weak and everything anyway. So, the base turned out to be pretty tricky. It had some complications. We as a team, as an op, there were we had some struggles. But as you go through and you look at it, we had a plan. In the end, it just didn't work out. It just didn't work out. Alrighty. I forget who attacked next. Waldo? What the hell could a Waldo do against Rogue? I don't know what he was doing. Clearly he was just bombing something. What was he doing? What is he doing? Okay, just kind of helping clearing the path off. Hey, Waldo has barrage now. Sweet. Waldo is Piper's third active account that I'm aware of. He has 2 lower level accounts on the team, Piper and Waldo, that he uses for mine clearing and to help get intel. Alrighty, so Niz8 went on Rogue, and in the end, he did okay. So Niz8 is from the team Attack Masters, and it's a struggling team. And all in all, he did his what am I trying to say? Like, he followed his instructions and all that. I would have all that GB that you put back here. I sure would have loved to have seen you shock that shock blaster there, partner, and then guarantee that that's gone, and then you can bomb. So, try to send Niz8. If I can get you, if you watch this video and you're listening, then just understand, we appreciate the fact that you bombed the thing there in the back, but save your GBE for your mission, for your troop mission in certain situations, and then at the end, with whatever you got left over, that's where you start bombing. So just, whatever. Alright, so Rogue. Little Sal. This is driven by Daryl. Daryl has been on the team for quite some time. He discovered us via the YouTube channel. We have, more than a few players who found us via YouTube. I still don't know how they found us, but they found us. In some cases, it was the reversal shout out that allowed people to stumble across us. In other cases, it was, other things. Daryl, I wish we wouldn't have, everybody who tried to go over to this section, brothers, I wish we wouldn't have. Like, we ended up just using unnecessary attacks. We would have been much better off just focusing, cleaning out this section, cleaning out all this, so we can set up, Nick and UD and Nick 2 to just triple team, the core rush there or whatever. So again, I don't remember how many attacks on the last couple of bases or videos that we looked at. It's not like we counted to see how many could have been better or whatever, but you can see, as long as everybody's getting more and more dialed in on the team objectives, then we'll just get better and better. The first time we stumbled across strategize, we failed at it. Well, the other day, I'm proud to say that it was a really rough strategize, and we succeeded at it. We beat it. So this is Daryl, Big Daryl. Okay. So his mission now is just to work these cannons. Like, we're not, we talk about not overreaching. We talk about, just working in the system, working in the plan and the path and all that stuff. So that's what he was doing. He was working there, just cleaning off that wall, not trying to overreach, not trying to do more than he was intended to do, than he was needed to do. Timbo! Alright, so Timbo is working at it. Let's see how he's doing. We know he's improving on player basis. We know that he's out there trying. We know that he's working really hard. Smoke. 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 Pause. Alright, why did we want to smoke there, Timbo? The reason we wanted to smoke right there is so you flared there, okay? And the reason I want you to smoke right there is because then your girls will get under the smoke, stand there kind of getting like a nice tight little ball, and you'll just find that they're easier to control. So you would just flare, they're walking, and right as they're almost getting there, you just smoke and then let everybody settle. And now once they're all standing still, I mean, this was okay, this is just in good general practice. Let them all stand still under the smoke for half a beat, you know what I mean? And then get ready for the next round. But hey, you're still working on this, so nobody's gonna, hold that against you. Okay. Okay, definitely would have shocked over here and not over here, but you got one rocket. You got one rocket. Timbo, you're getting better. You're getting better, Timbo. You're getting better. Alright, so we're sticking to Rogue. Alright, Pearl Sail. Pearl Sail. Now, it's unfortunate that we lost the players Pearl Sail, Storm IQ, Kaboom, and That's My Boat. But I was getting ready to have to kick That's My Boat anyway, just because of poor intel. Now, the 5 of them, however many I just named off, turns out they're all on a bowling team together, and hey, good job for bowling. But this is a booming team, and your bowling team, getting your bowling team average up. And this was a bad attack anyway. Nobody told you to do this attack. And nothing happened with this attack. It was a pointless attack. So here's one of the attacks. So in the end, I hated that. I hate that we lose anybody when we lose people. But it's funny how it's always the people who are like, have we ever lost anybody that actually felt like a loss? You know what I mean? Like, it was like, oh man, I hate that we lost that person. And it's like, I liked Pearl Sail. I had no problem with Pearl or Storm or any of them, personally. It's just, I'll explain what happened. Let's find the next Rogue. So, it was Storm. Was it Storm IQ who took... Yeah, it was Storm IQ who took a way too easy base. That's My Boat, because he, quite frankly, sucks at Boom Beach. Maybe he's a great bowler, but he sucks at Boom Beach. He would have been much better suited to take this easy win, and we specifically put his name and a couple other names on it. And then Storm IQ, who I've kind of come to rely on as a stronger player with decent skill, he goes in and takes the easy win. We're like, well, that's a major sin on this team, and we called him out on such. And while we're sitting there calling him out on that, then fucking That's My Boat jumps in, completely goes against notes, went in with Skanks. We were calling for Max Scorcher, you know, like all Max Scorchers. For, oh, I've got 3 Max Scorchers, that'll be enough, and the tanks are fine. Like, no, dude, read the fucking notes. The notes weren't calling for you to pound the core. The notes were calling for you to clear the core. You did neither. So, no, I'm sorry, that sucks. So we had to get onto That's My Boat. He then threw like a big fucking fit about it. Remember, this is the guy who's going to probably have to kick for low intel anyway, and he doesn't attack the ops very often. You know, and it was just like, you know, and he does attack, and I was appreciative of that. I've even said it in video, but at the same time, I've also said, but if you're not getting this intel, man, you know, you're not that much of a help to us. You know, if you're only attacking at 1 out of every 5 ops, and you're not getting that much intel, then how are you helping us? You know what I mean? That's kind of what's going on there. Alright, so we looked at that. Now I'm still just been kind of scanning, looking for rogue. So, and then That's My Boat. Let me show you why this was bad. So I was just like, dude, that's my boat. That was the sound of me smacking my forehead here. This, ready? That's what it sounds like. That's what this attack sounds like. And so once I saw him laying troops and saw these troops, I already knew how this thing was going to end up. And it was just like, dude, what the hell? Like, clearly you guys don't get it. And the fact that Pearl Cell didn't, you know, was doing the attack the way he attacked on this, taking such an easy win, and the fact that then That's My Boat immediately chased him with this just told us everything we needed to know, which is you guys don't get it. Like, we appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that y'all come in and y'all have helped out here, there, whatever. So anyway, so the entire bowling team left because I had to kick That's My Boat, not for the mistake, not for doing that. We didn't kick Pearl either, but was That's My Boat is because he started getting way lippy, and that won't do. Like, that won't do. You know, once again, you're not good at intel, you rarely attack, and you just had a shitty attack. You have no place getting lippy. Just say, all right, you're right, I'm sorry, we'll try to get better. You don't want to do that, then fine, get the fuck out of here. I was all right, I kicked you. And then he was like, oh, I'm going to take your strongest players. Well, if you consider Pearl Cell, Storm IQ, and Kaboom our strongest players, and you clearly haven't been paying attention. But you go right ahead, you take them. And they took them. But Kaboom does have another account. He asked for the opportunity to bring it over and help be a part of our Minesweeping Brigade. Piper has set the standard for the Minesweepers. You know what I mean? So pretty much like, I would give Piper 5, 6, 7 low spots and feel comfortable and confident that he's going to do the do. You know what I mean? Kaboom, you gotta be up to Piper's standard, because Piper shows he can create accounts and get low level intel for us easily. So whatever. I'm just saying. If you've got competition on this team, it's going to be a Piper. Alright, Boom Bitch Angie, I can't recall if I drove this or if she drove this, but it doesn't really matter, because ultimately, in the end, we knew there was just nothing we could do. Now, that being said, we never stopped trying. You know what I mean? Yeah, this was me. We never stopped trying. Not even for a second did we stop trying. We just kept. We're like, well, fuck it. You know, this is how we're going to do it. And we're just going to do it until we do it. You know, or don't do it. Now, if that being said, I feel like we could have won here. I feel like UD went over and I don't know what Small Soldiers did. I feel like UD went over and did a great job of clearing however many of these rockets, and if he had cleared all of them, that certainly would have been, you know, huge, and then we most likely would have won. But because he didn't get them all, we didn't win, and that's just unfortunate. With this Small Soldiers, what are you doing? So this is a husband-wife combo who runs this account. Now, it's a brave attack. There's nothing you can do as far as troop fighting. You did better off with your bombs. But thank you for being willing to land troops. Even though it's not always helpful for the low levels to land troops, it's nice to see them land troops because it shows effort. And that way nobody else on the team would say, oh, well, he didn't even land troops. And we say, oh, no, he did. See, look, he landed his troops. He or she landed their troops and tried really hard. There just wasn't much they could do. So if I'm allowed to be judgmental of my team, and I am, I do think that considering where we were, this was a bad play call. But, it wasn't like a mistake play call. Like, if we had had just 3 more attacks, this would have been a beautiful play call, because then one more attack could have finished the last of the, speed it up, could have finished the last of these, and then we'd have been boom. So, no, it wasn't a bad play call, okay? I just don't think, considering the situation, it was the right play call. But that's life. That's where we were. We've made mistakes. We've had some bad attacks. We've had, some people who didn't quite work out the way they needed to, whatever. So, and then Nick 2 goes in and takes the last attempt. And just there wasn't much that could be done. But if we had just a couple more attacks, man, or a couple of the attacks that went south, if we could have just, cleaned those up, or, it was within reach, this base. Now, keep in mind, we still had an untouched Waterloo, so we'd have had to have gotten, a few more things right. But I am a big believer that, that you got to be willing to do things. You got to be willing to take some losses and find out what your team's really made of. And, but 2 or 3 more of those, like, we would have got this thing. But, yeah, no, I don't mind taking the loss, because whenever we do take a loss in this manner, it allows us to, as I've said several times before, it exposes our weaknesses, you know what I mean? And then that allows us, at the top, that's where it then falls on me, and it falls on, communication with our guys, to then fix it. You know what I mean? And in this case, fixing it was kicking That's My Boat, which, unfortunate, led us to losing Pearl Cell, Storm IQ, and Kaboom's bigger account. However, at no time did we say, no, you know what, please, you're right, you can boom however you want, come on, just stay on the team. The team rolls forward always. Always. When the team stops rolling forward, whenever we get run into hiccups or problems, then it'll be time to give up. It'll be like, all right, you know what, Boom Beach, you win. Supercell is done. Or, Still Unboomable is done. You win, Supercell. Good job. But as long as we're rolling forward, then nothing's going to stop us from rolling forward. It's going to take a lot to, if every real player on the team left, just said, fuck you, non-defense, fuck you, and everyone, and all I was left with was just, me and Piper. Just my accounts and Piper. I'd probably say, Piper, I'm sorry, good luck, shake hands. Then I'd probably go ahead and wrap it up. But as long as these guys are with me and I'm with them, then we're going to be doing this. You know what I mean? And the people who have been on this team for a long time, they get it. We don't have issue. We don't have any of these complications. We never have to have these conversations, and that's the people we look for on our team. You know what I mean? Those are the people that we look for on our team, is the people that we don't have these issues with. And it doesn't mean if you have an issue, we're going to kick you instantly. You just, once we have an issue, now our eyes are on it. Well, all right, now we have to fix this issue. And if this issue can't be resolved, then it's better to let that issue be someone else's issue and just eliminate it from the team. And it's nothing personal. At no time do I think Pearl Cell, Storm IQ, That's My Boat, or Kaboom are terrible people. In fact, I'm sure they're fantastic people. But we have, That's My Boat was like, well, where does it say these roles? And Angie was like, in the fucking description. We're AZ only, unless the notes specify something else. Now, in fairness, if you're somebody who's been on this team for a long time, you know your system and you really know your shit, and everybody on the team knows your shit, we're not going to question why you go hookah. You know, if you choose to go hookah, you know, then there's a good reason for that, because you've established yourself, you prove yourself. But until you're one of those guys, if the notes say Zuka, you go Zuka. If the notes say Max Scorcher, that doesn't mean we're going Skanks. That means we're going Max Scorcher. Can anybody even recall the last time tanks even appeared in one of our videos in an operation? You know, we don't like tanks. We're no fan of tanks. We'll clear our map with tanks all freaking day. And El Borto, and like, there you go. If El Borto would have won, which would have saved none for another attack, you know, because, or who did win? Cully is what I meant. That would have saved Cully for another attack, and we were close, guys. We were close. It's all right. So there you go. We looked at the whole operation. Let's tell Angie we love her so much. Make sure. Yep. Okay. Oh, we love you so much. We love you so much. She's gonna say, "Who's we?" We love you so much. All of our 3 YouTube fans. All right. So, okay, so there you go. I don't know how long this video is, but God damn it, I didn't mean to do that. What happened? Ah! Oh no! No! Get back to it. Alright. So anyway, I guess I should go ahead and wrap this video up. We're doing deep cut today. Working on finalizing the roster, getting all adjustments made. Quick glance at that. Who we got? We got both Barts. I know Spin and Lee's will be here later before op. Big Bron isn't here. We might be coming over with Bronze Richard. We'll figure it out. Either way, we'll be fine. We're tough. We're tough because, again, remember how close we came to beating, you know, this last dead end, and we didn't even have, like, barely anybody in terms of our top roster. You know, so we went in, we just kept handicapping ourselves and making ourselves weaker and weaker, and yet we still did it. So, well, we eventually, you know, found our weakness, you know. You know, you can only, you know, chip away at the mountain so long before the mountain ceases to be the mountain and it's a hill. Well, we were the mountain and we kept chipping away until we were a hill, so it was a hill versus a mountain. So when it was a mountain versus a mountain, mountain wins, our mountain. But it became a hill versus a mountain because we just kept making it smaller and smaller until eventually we just couldn't get over the mountain again. So it was like, all right, well, now let's rebuild the mountain all the way back up and let's take it to deep cut. So that's what we're going to do. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up. Friends, I want to thank all of you so much for taking times out of your day to hang out with us. If you ever need anything, please let me know. I'm more than happy to help you, at least point you in a general direction. So that's it. As always, friends, please remember that we are still unboomable, and as always, please be safe. Thank you.